I think there's a lot of scope for the model to sort of work out exactly what's going to work, but it's like the introduction of Hulu for the sort of film and TV market. Like Hulu, for anybody who doesn't know, is a video platform that's very similar idea. It's ad sponsor backed, so that end users are not being charged for it.
Can Tim though, can Musicadium have a role to play with a site like
yes,
Cavera?
We're about to sign a contract with them.
So yeah, okay. Sorry, Elliott, cut you off.
No, it's fine. Just as long as you fill out your details right and don't give them false information, like maybe somebody I know did.
Would you have an objection, James, to being on a site that makes you money but's based on ad revenue, where you've got an advertiser who's sponsoring, Ancient Free Gardeners?
Yes.
You can actually object to which advertisers you want.
Right. Okay.
I think, but I don't. I think I'm probably in a minority. I may not be. I haven't surveyed, but I just think people who like Nickelback like Reebok. It makes me feel sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not for you at the moment. No. Okay. So we're going to have to pay him for the iPod or the flat tax, maybe for to get money back to him. But we're going to wait and see. Okay.
Yep.
You may not be able to disclose this, but with your artists, can you track who's downloaded? Because obviously the website has information on people. Do they give that to you for your artists to use or anything like that?
The most information you can get from them is the postcode. You don't get names or ages or anything like that. You can the trending reports that come back, the sale reports that come back will give you the postcode of the user, and you can purchase those from us and all of the other different distributors. It just depends on which distributor you're with, how much you pay for your actual trending report. That's about the extent of the information you get.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. We've got time for one question, then we're going to go over to the guys in the band. Yep. Yes, please.
Elliott, you started talking real practical measures that bands could be, or our artists could be using with Creative Commons to get more revenue in. And I feel like it's been touched on a little bit, but do you have anything else to add there, or any other resources you can point us to for later?
Yep. Well, firstly, I'd say have a look at the case studies wiki on the International Creative Commons website. It's wiki.creativecommons.org/case studies. It's basically an entire wiki of case studies around this, of which there's a very significant number of them around music. Likewise, there are a number of services that are starting to move into this kind of space. Record labels that make all of the content available under Creative Commons licenses for non-commercial use, but which are also on-selling commercial licenses in an automated way. So where they might have a syncing license already written up, and they, other types of licenses, and they're charging appropriate commercial fees. A syncing license. So for film and TV, staff members are not allowed to heckle. What these kinds of models are doing is sort of taking the same sort of idea of an automated sort of license system that's easy to use to try to encourage commercial licensing as well as non-commercial licensing. I guess it really depends on what you want to be doing. We've done a lot of work looking at how people use Creative Commons to distribute content, how they use it to create collaboration frameworks, and how they use it to create business models and incentives for people to make money. There's lots of broad brushstroke stuff that you can talk about, but really it comes down to any specific creator, whether it be a musician, filmmaker, artist, whatever, what they want to do. Some of the more fun examples.
Yell out to Heckler. Tell us, Heckler.
Well, the obvious one was things like Radiohead and Nine Inch Nails who do collector's editions. So you get the album for free, but for but if you give us $10, you get the music for free. But for $10, you get the album, and for £40, you get this glossy, amazing thing.
Yeah.
But then there's been much more fun things. Like there's things, I think, artists who are doing things like commission works. Like here's all my stuff for free, but if I'll auction off me, doing your personalised song. That kind of thing. There's odd things that people
Well, and yeah,
You got some money from that group.
the $300 special deluxe pack that the Nine Inch Nails put out for Ghosts, there are only 300 of them sold, and they sold out in just over 24 hours. I mean, they had made them 700,000, before costs on their own. Likewise, there's a quite funny blog called Tech Dirt, which have in their fundraising round at the moment, if you pay them $1 million, they'll actually just stop publishing the website for a year. Nobody's taken that one up yet, but they're getting creative with the idea. Like that, I think what's important about these kinds of models and what these kind of people did, and I am wrapping up, was that they identified that unlike the sort of historical approach, which was market to the biggest mass of people in an audience and hope you'll get the other people on the fringes, what these models can do is actually create customized and targeted products to different aspects of your user group. So not every Nine Inch Nails fan wants to or cares about the ability to remix, but there are a shitload of them that do. Others of them really don't necessarily want an album, so a $5 download on your iPod means you don't have to take up shelf space for a CD. Likewise, some of them really like vinyl. There are still some weird/awesome people out there who do, and they will buy that stuff. So I think what this model provides is the capacity to be able to customize products dependent on aspects of your market. So being able to identify what that market is and what they want is really important.
Okay, final comments from Tim and James on anything that's been said tonight.
One thing I should point out before, and I haven't mentioned it before, is you're talking about exclusivity and that sort of things. Just quick plug, Musicadium, we don't take any rights, or we are non-exclusive, so that's we allow for other distribution models to be used in conjunction with, and we encourage artists to use services like Bandcamp, which I should tell you about if you want to collect email addresses and give away music, which is really flexible in terms of you can sell it there using your own PayPal account, or you can give it away for free, totally free without an email address, or you can give it away for free in exchange for an email address. Okay. And it builds a mailing list for you.
Okay, that's been very valuable to hear about Musicadium and how it works tonight, so thanks for that, James.
Yeah, I think I forgot to say the point of everything that I was saying before, but the point was, I think the Creative Commons licenses have been extremely beneficial to us, and we're going to keep on using them to attempt to get somewhere. I think that what should be noted, though, is the fact that they don't reduce or negate the requirement to have serious publicity budgets, etc., to skyrocket yourself. Anyway, that was really my point.
Look, I think you're right. I think Creative Commons is a legal tool to say yes in advance, so you don't have to worry about this control or traditional permission-based model, but it won't work for everybody. But I think we're seeing in the music area, at least the stuff that hasn't traditionally been captured, the stuff that's out there, other people saying, hey, this is a way that we can actually turn things around. The business models that Elliott's talking about, a lot of them are based on this idea that you shouldn't have to go back and get someone's permission to take something and reuse it. You should be trying to capture your money somewhere along the line. And I think this is a new space. You're right in the middle of it, Tim. No one knows exactly where it's going to fall. But I think tonight's discussion shows you that there's a lot of different viewpoints and a lot of interesting things happening. I think now, James, it's over to you to introduce the band, introduce the band and get down to the real business for the night.
Just before we do, though, I have one quick question for you, James. Will we be hearing the lovely Ms. Bledsoe on your next album?
Absolutely not. That was another initiative that failed.
We always learn something from failure. Okay, join with me in thanking the panel. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brian.